Welcome, I'm Dr. Levi Pulver, and today I'm going to demonstrate a simple but effective means of stretching your spine. Just like brushing and flossing your teeth are vital in between dental visits, taking care of your spine is essential in between chiropractic visits. Even if you're not ready for chiropractic yet, this is a great means of therapy for your spine. You can do several of the exercises as standalone units and the full routine just 3 days a week, or commit to doing the full 7 minutes every morning and make it a daily habit. Let's get started. We're going to begin with a pelvic tilt exercise. This is from Pilates. It's a great way to warm up your spine. If you're stiff, you can get started with putting heat on your lower back for 5 minutes beforehand. So we're simply going to lay down, knees up, feet flat, and start rocking your pelvis back and forth. So your tailbone's going to go down while the lumbars come up, and then the opposite. When your lumbars are up, you should be able to get your hand under the small of your back. You want to do about 25 of these as part of this routine. This is also a great standalone exercise, and you want to do at least 100 if this is all you're going to do. You also want to sync your breathing with this. So breathe in one way and then out the other. So like I said, about 25 with this exercise. From here, we're easily going to just transition into knees up. This is going to be somewhat of a lumbar massage. You're just going to hold your knees and rock back and forth, side to side. You want to do 10 of these each direction. Nice and slowly, and when you're done with that, you're simply going to continue that motion without your hands. This engages some of the lower abdominal muscles, which are very important for lower back stability. Once again, we're going to do 10 on each side, and then we're going to start very small knee circles. Clockwise, one direction 10 times, and then reverse that counterclockwise another 10 revolutions. Next, we're simply going to bring our feet up and cross our ankles, and then hold on to the feet and gently pull them towards your body. This opens up the pelvis, and you should feel a good stretch in your lower back and in your pelvic joints. You want to hold this for anywhere from 10 to 30 seconds. And if this causes pain, don't do this part of the routine. This should feel nice and comfortable. And from here, we're going to move into the hardest part of our routine, and that's to roll back and forth and try to balance at the top of the roll. This gets a lot of good motion in your entire spine. But it does take some practice. Now I do this about 10 times. And once again, it shouldn't cause any pain. We're going to move right into our next exercise, which is the bridge that I mentioned earlier. You're simply going to bring your whole lower back up and try to get a straight line from your shoulder blades to your knees. We're going to do this 10 times. I'm going to hold at the top for a couple seconds. And you should really feel it in your glutes, your hamstrings, and lower back. After you've completed 10, you'll want to hold it on the up, bring your arms underneath and interlock your hands. And now you should feel it in your shoulder blades and then a little bit more in the other areas. You'll want to try to get a straight line from your sternum to your knees. And you want to hold this for anywhere from 10 to 30 seconds. And from here, we're going to move right into our last seated exercise, where we're going to go side to side with our knees. You want to keep your feet on the ground and at least one hip on the ground at all times. And you're going to do 10 of these to each side. We're now going to have you turn over on your mat and get in the plank position. How I like to do it is to cross my hands together and forearms flat on the mat, so kind of create a triangle, and then just go up into the plank position, trying to keep a straight line between your heels and the back of your head. Try to start with about 30 seconds and definitely build up. Challenge yourself to do this for a minute or two or even 5. I'm not there yet. But this works your core stability, which your spinal stability, especially the lower back, is heavily dependent on core function. Stand up on your mat now, and we're going to move into what's called Founder. This is from Foundation Training. Great program. If you want to learn more about it, go to their website. But we're going to do this exercise, and this is a great standalone exercise as well. Keep your feet flat on the mat, lowering your bottom, down and back, extending your hands back. Try to engage your hamstring and lower back muscles and hold that for 10-20 seconds before then extending your arms out, getting a deeper stretch in the hamstrings and lower back. And try to hold this about 30 seconds or longer when you get there. This is also a great exercise you can do as a standalone unit or as part of this full routine. We're going to move right into our next exercise, which is a squat. Keeping your feet flat, you're going to lower your bottom, trying to create a 90-degree or greater angle with your legs, and then come right back up. Your arms can do whatever is comfortable. I like to open my chest a bit. And you want to do a good 25 of these, nice and slow, as part of our routine. Or as a standalone exercise, try to do about 100 of these a day. If you're pregnant, some experts recommend about 300 of these a day. We're going to close our series with some exercises for the upper back and neck, starting with what we call arm circles. What you're going to do, and I am holding 1-pound weights. You can, this just gives you a little bit better stretch. You can do them without any weights. You can do anywhere from 1 to 5 pounds if you'd like, or even more if you get there. What you're going to do is open your arms in a circular manner, focusing on opening the chest. You're going to get a lot of work in your shoulder blade area. And you want to do these nice and slow. Do a good 25 of them as part of this routine, and alternate your hands at the bottom. Next, we're going to do an exercise that's great if you sit at a computer all day, or if you're a student that studies a lot or is looking at a cell phone. What you're going to do, and follow along carefully, this is a little awkward, a little difficult, and it's going to take some trial and error. What we're going to do is extend your arms out, lift your wrists up, and gently tilt your elbows back. What you're going to do is you're going to feel a great stretch through the top of the shoulders and upper back. It's going to take a lot of tension out of your neck. So let me show you one more time. Arms straight out, extend wrists, tilt your elbows. And just hold that for about 30 seconds at a time. Our last exercise is also an opportunity to get centered and grounded before you start your day. What we're going to do is just simply tuck your chin forward and then extend your head back. We're going to do that 5 times each way before turning side to side. I'm going to do this nice and slow. Focus on deep breathing and relax. And then finally tilt side to side for 5 times each way. Thank you for joining us. If you have any questions or concerns, by all means, please contact our office.